Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing New.
Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. Deontay Wilder's only chance to beat Tyson Fury is with a lucky shot. Let's break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And we start with the first fight. And you see that after the fight, Tyson Fury came out and stated that he was robbed against Deontay Wilder, stated he's never seen a worse decision. And you know what? That's typical. You see fighters not happy with a draw or a loss and these guys feeling they were robbed. That's not unusual. But then on the other hand, you see Paulie Malignaggi, who's a PBC commentator, and Lennox Lewis, who's also a PBC commentator, come out, blast the judges, state that the judges who did this fight should never work in boxing again. It's a disgrace. It was horrible. And you know what? These guys have no reason to be biased. Lennox Lewis clearly saw Tyson Fury winning. Paulie Malignaggi clearly saw Tyson Fury winning. It's not even a debatable boxing match from the experts. They all align with Tyson Fury and him winning this fight. Even the great Floyd Mayweather came out, during the fight. They questioned him and asked him ringside, how do you believe the fight is going? And he stated, and I quote, Wilder is dependent on just one shot. He's looking for one big shot. And as a fighter, you have to use other weapons. Fury has the combination, a very, very fast jab. He's taking his time. So it looks like, if Wilder doesn't do anything else, Fury is going to win if it goes the distance. And, Tyson Fury's ex-trainer Ben Davison came along and stated, that Floyd Mayweather Jr. was furious after the fight, as well as Frank Bruno, and he told this to BBC 5 Live. Floyd Mayweather walked out of this arena with disgust, and he said that says it all. It also, you also have to know, to take something away from someone that's come from hell and back to ruin the biggest comeback in boxing history, or even in sports, that's a disgrace. And you're absolutely right. So now you have Floyd Mayweather, Frank Bruno, Lennox Lewis, and Paulie Malignaggi all in alignment that Tyson Fury clearly won the fight. This wasn't a close fight. This wasn't a fight that you really had to say, well, there's a lot of swing rounds and, so close you couldn't tell. No, this was a clear-cut victory for Tyson Fury. And the odd thing about all this is the same fanboys who side with Floyd Mayweather when he criticizes, Canelo Alvarez, when he criticizes Oscar De La Hoya, when he criticizes Eddie Hearn, when he criticizes anybody in boxing that's not with the PBC, they're giving Floyd Mayweather props. They're giving him a big up. They're saluting him. They're saying he's one of the smartest boxing minds there is. But then when he says something like this about Deontay Wilder, they say he's a coon, he's a traitor, he doesn't know what he's talking about. So these guys don't keep the same energy with the experts. And let's be honest and unbiased, Floyd told the truth, and that's why these fanboys are mad. And the real reason why the fanboys are mad is because these guys are using a knockdown as a knockout. Clearly, in the first fight, Tyson Fury was dropped twice, but he was never knocked out. He finished the fight, it went the distance, and he was obviously robbed. He clearly won 10 out of the 12 rounds, and anybody that says any different is an obvious fanboy. And they're a fanboy because they don't agree with reason, logic, or the truth or facts, because every expert has agreed with this. And the only people that are given the benefit of the doubt to Deontay Wilder are the biased and corrupt judges. Even their own PBC side commentators and guys like Floyd Mayweather are saying he lost the fight clearly. It's not even up for a debate. See, you don't have to agree with me, but you don't agree with Lennox Lewis, Paulie Malignaggi, the great Floyd Mayweather. These guys don't understand boxing, or they simply just want to be fanboys for Deontay Wilder. A knockdown is not a knockout, and you can't use that as a reason to win a fight when that's all you've done. Lose 10 straight rounds and get 2 knockdowns. That's not enough. And you see during the fight, Tyson Fury was just pretty much outclassing Deontay Wilder, took him to school, showed all his weaknesses and vulnerabilities, controlled him with the jabs, combination punching, and elite level head movement. Tyson Fury showed that he was levels ahead of Deontay Wilder skills wise, and it wasn't even close. And the worst part about all this is Deontay Wilder has done nothing to improve himself. In the time between when he fought Tyson Fury and now, you look at the first fight that he fought. After that, he fought a Dominic Brazil, and even fighting Dominic Brazil didn't make any sense because it didn't do anything to help him. Dominic Brazil has a terrible skill set and is obviously leaves itself open. And a lot of people say, well, that was his mandatory. He had to fight his mandatory. As we all know from Deontay Wilder's own mouth, that he gets to pick his own mandatory. That's what he told to Dillian White in text messages. So we have to use his own words. You don't have to, believe me me or think I'm right or wrong, but you have to believe Deontay Wilder because those are facts. That's what he said. So if he's picking his own mandatory and he's picking a guy like Dominic Breazeale, that doesn't help him prepare for a Tyson Fury. And then you see Deontay Wilder fight Luis Ortiz, and you know what, this Ortiz couldn't prepare him from Tyson Fury. He don't have the same height or reach, and then not only that, Tyson Fury is in his prime. Luis Ortiz is an old 1,000-year-old ancient alien mummy that Deontay Wilder is fighting, a guy who should not be in there with Deontay Wilder and who did nothing to earn or deserve a rematch with Deontay Wilder. Simply put, he was never a world champion. You know, Luis Ortiz rematch with Deontay Wilder made no sense. But not only did it make no sense, you know, people were like, well, maybe Deontay Wilder will show a better skill set in the first fight than he did the second. The fight began and he literally lost every single round he fought except the knockdown, which is the knockout. And at the end of the day, you know, Deontay Wilder's shown that he hasn't progressed. He hasn't done anything different. And you know what? This is going to be the same Deontay Wilder that we've seen in the first fight in the second. This is going to be a Deontay Wilder looking for one big shot. This is a Deontay Wilder that's going to be one-dimensional. This is a Deontay Wilder that's going to be looking the windmill when he gets in trouble. This is going to be the same Deontay Wilder because he has not improved, and he may even have regressed the way he looked in that Luis Ortiz fight. It looked utterly pathetic. And you know, coming into this fight, you see Tyson Fury is going to be in a much better shape than he was the first fight. He has a lot more rounds under his belt. Tyson Fury is going to be a lot quicker, stronger. And I think that, you know, in the first fight, I predicted Tyson Fury to beat Deontay Wilder. And I was 100% right because he was robbed in the first fight. And every expert and pundit agrees. So you see in the second fight, I'm looking for Tyson Fury to beat Deontay Wilder. And Deontay Wilder's only hope in the second fight to win is with one lucky punch. But once again, unbiased as always, it's the IBFP.